DP World ILT20 Season 4 has come alive with some heart-stopping thrillers over the last few days. In the first super over in the history of the tournament, the Giants were edged out by the Vipers. Despite the loss, GG have emerged as one of the strongest this season. Pathum Nisanka's blazing willow has been magical, and Azmatullah Omazai has been on fire with the ball. Can Sharjah Warriorz stop the red-hot streak of the green and white belt holders? In the Warriors' last game, Sikandar Raza batting blitz was not enough to take them over the line. With 2 straight defeats, Tim Southee and his men are desperate to turn the corner. So it's time for another high-stakes battle in Dubai tonight. Match 10 is upon us. 2 teams with contrasting stories. Sharjah Warriorz are the only team without points against their name, taking on the fiery Gulf Giants. Let's head to the points table and see where the teams are sitting. Gulf Giants are coming off a narrow loss to tabletopper Vipers in a super over that happened on Monday night. Yet the struggling Sharjah Warriorz are yet to open their account this tournament so far. Will tonight be their night? Time will only tell. Hello everyone, welcome to DP World ILT20. We cannot wait to see another firecracker of a game here at Dubai International Stadium. We're going to head out to Alan Wilkins, who's standing by with the 2 captains for the toss.
It's a crucial match for both these teams because each of them are at opposite ends of the DP World ILT20 table, and the Warriors are yet to open their account. So let's introduce you to our VIP. Swati Vora is our toss representative. Simon Taufel, our match referee. From the Warriors, Tim Southee is the skipper, and James Vince with the Gulf Giants. James, you've got the coin. Get it from Swati Vora. He does now.
Heads.
Warriors have called ahead, and it is a tail, so Gulf Giants.
Gulf Giants have won the toss. James, that's the first thing right tonight. What have you told Tim? What are you going to do?
We're going to have a bowl first, obvious reasons. I think the stats back it up, and if Dew comes in later, and the advantage of knowing what you're chasing, of course.
Are you recovering from that long evening in the super over?
Yeah, it was quite an emotional game. I think we played a lot of good cricket, but made a couple of errors in the field which cost us, but on the whole, 3 games in, I think we played some really good cricket. Obviously I've been sat on the sides while we've been bowling, but yeah, really happy where the team's at. As I say, playing some good cricket. Be a tough game tonight, but obviously looking to get another win on the board.
Yeah, knowing it's tough because they've got to open their account. What about team changes? What's the word on Pathum Nisanka?
It's a confusing one. I think Sri Lanka have said ruled him out of today, but hopefully he's back for the next game. So right. Sean Dixon comes into our side. So
is that the only change for you tonight?
Only change for us.
All right. Okay. Thanks very much indeed, James. Let's bring Tim in now. So you're having a bat first, but in terms of a couple of results recently, that's not the world's worst thing here.
No, it's not. I think yeah, there's been games won either way. So it's a little change up for us. We've bowled first in the first 2 games as well.
How do you feel that you've played, not yourself, I mean the team this year so far, played 2, lost 2, but what about the cricket you played, Tim?
I thought we were a lot better in the last game. We got ourselves in a position to win that game, and I think it was a big improvement on game 1. So hopefully more improvement tonight, and hopefully we can open our account. Yeah, to open that account, to get off to a win, you need it. What have you done for your playing combination? Yeah, we've got 1 change. Dinesh Karthik's out, and took an injury in the last game, and Kusal Mendes comes in from Sri Lanka. So, yeah.
Okay, great. All the way from Sri Lanka. Tim, thanks very much indeed.
Thanks.
Hope you open the account tonight. So there you go. The Gulf Giants have won the toss here, and they're going to have a bowl first. And when we're talking bowling on here, where are you? Come here, Wasim Akram. Wasim Akram is here. So Waz, just have a look at this pitch because it looks very brown. There's not much green. We've seen green tinges, but what's your take on this pitch we're playing on tonight?
You're absolutely spot on. Looks a dry pitch. And remember, since last season of DP World ILT20, the average score was 157 here.
Yep.
This season it's gone to 168. And I think this pitch definitely will help the spinners in first dig a bit. But it looks a good pitch again. Dubai pitches have been excellent in general. There'll be a bit of swing early on with the new ball. like we have seen on Dubai International Stadium. But over and all, I think if any team they're batting first, at least get to 170, 175 if they want to have a good competition, Alan.
So Waz, we've seen seam bowlers doing well here. I mean, and they're bowling a length. If you can just, right, I'm batting, a good length is around here, right?
I mean, there's length from 6 to 8 meters, that depends, but the semi-new ball, but the new ball should be just around here.
Right.
It's about not in the slot, just here, and try to hit the stumps because there is a lot of grass. It's a dry grass, but there is a lot of grass on the pitch, and early on, if you go down and put your hand there, there's a bit of moisture there as well.
Right.
So that can also help the seam bowling early on.
All right, and of course your speciality was here, the Yorker. How tough is that to bowl consistently? That's your area, you and Waqar Younis.
Yeah, look, early on with the new ball is tough because you only have 2 fielders outside the circle. But after 6 over, if you come back to bowl, you got to bowl a couple of Yorkers in there to get the wickets. And that's how you can put pressure on the batting side to get wickets, Alan.
Fancy bowl on this?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Let's go.
Get your kit on. All right, Wasim Akram from the far end.
Well, there you have it. The Giants are going to have a bowl first at Dubai International Stadium. Joining me this evening is Darren Ganga and Mike Hazeman. Now, Darren, I want to start with you. Last match, you were here. Giants taking on the Vipers. They went down to a little bit of a last wire loss, but do you think the day off, they've been able to recover and sort of reset the mindset?
Yeah, they have to, because it was a cliffhanger of a match. Could have gone either way. Of course, they would know that there were moments in that match where they could have taken full control. Firstly, with the bats, they were poised to get close to 200. They ended up with 179. So that was a little bit of a window of opportunity they gave to the opposition. And then when they bowled, you felt that in that middle phase, when Dan Lawrence was there, he kind of took the game away from them. They were not as disciplined as they have been before. And maybe in that super over, why not a left-right combination as against 2 lefties? So many areas of that game to reflect on, but today it's a clean slate, fresh day. You have to be at your A game in all departments of the game.
Talking about down to the wire matches, Hazy, you were witnessing one last night as well.
Yeah, it was amazing in Abu Dhabi. I mean, it's quite extraordinary to think about the Vipers. I mean, they've had a close one here, and they got up at the end, and then a last ball with a run out. I mean, the guy who was who perfected the run out, Aravind, obviously was the substitute keeper because Host got injured and he's got a bad calf, so he's out for a little bit. But it was unbelievable. 2 wickets. David Payne picked up 2 wickets right towards the end in the 1 over, and it changed things dramatically. It was a track which wasn't easy to get runs on. Sixes were few and far between, but a wonderful, wonderful finish. With the Vipers have benefited on both points, and they're top of the table now. And 2 close games could have been a very different story for them.
Absolutely, it could have. Now, big news out of the middle. Nissanka, their star batter and player for the Giants, is out. Darren, big news.
That's a massive blow. So they have to see that as an opportunity. And also Gurbaz has to see that as an opportunity. He got 41 in the last game. He'll know the sort of bulk of scoring that Nissanka brought in the first 3 matches. So he has to step in now and fill the void that man left. So I see it as an opportunity. That's the only way to sell that within that Gulf Giants team, because it brings an opportunity for a new player. It now gives him more responsibility at the top. We may see a difference in his approach. He's been reckless at times, but you expect a risk-tolerant top-order batter in T20 cricket. So I'm keen to see how they go.
I see it as a big loss, as a massive loss. I mean, he's 202 runs, he's averaging nearly 60. I mean, he's played superbly. I mean, he averages 60-odd in the last 10 games he's played at this particular venue. I think it's a massive loss. So to lose him at the start is a real bad one. I was pleased to hear the captain say at the toss that it's probably only this game, and I think that was a hopeful comment. Probably only this game, and he should be okay for the next one. But gee, he's set the tournament alight. Actually, he's been unbelievable to watch. And I think it's amazing the way he's transformed his game from 23. His strike rate in 23 was 116 before that when he's playing T20 cricket. And he's just changed his whole game totally. And now he's striking very close to 150. He's done a wonderful job, and we need him back.
We'll very much miss him tonight. Well, Darren Ganga was explaining his game earlier on today. Let's take a look.
Striding to the hit-in zone for this match number 10. It's Sharjah Warriorz taking on the Gulf Giants. And batting has been the talk of the town. And who is that prolific batter we've seen so far in this tournament? It's Pathum Nissanka of the Gulf Giants. 3 consecutive half centuries, and once more, you have to respect the way he's gone about batting in this tournament. A 360 type player. He's scored runs from leg side to mid-on to straight down the ground to over cover to square offside. He is the ideal T20 player, and he loves playing at the Dubai International Stadium because his last 10 T20 matches here, 750 plus scores, and that includes a century against India in the Asia Cup. So you have to respect what he's achieved, and he's done that alongside an opening partner. So let's look at what they've done. Gurbaz and Patun Nissanka. Gurbaz, more of a player that goes on the move, tries to impose himself on opposition bowlers. He is one to premeditate a little bit more, and he moves around the crease. Patun Nissanka, on the other hand, is very still, very steady. He reacts to the ball, and that's his mode of approach to run scoring. Now, batting is pretty much an expression of self. It is something that you can customize. Of course, there are core threads across the approach that you may choose to use, because you got to ensure that you got a still head, you keep balance, you establish a sound base, your backlift comes from a good point where you can access the ball as well. So let's dive a little bit deeper into their technique. When you look at the triggers from these two batters, one is present in that of Gurbaz, and Gurbaz, of course, left of screen. He is the one that moves before the ball is released. It gives him a little bit of an advantage. He gets a little more time on the ball. And Patun Nissanka, on the other hand, very still, very steady, reacts to the ball. Now, there are pros and cons for both approaches. Sometimes you can tell with Gurbaz, he gets out of position, but with Patun Nissanka, if he makes the wrong initial decision, he has less time to correct it. We saw that in the last game against Nur Ahmed, where he was looking to go forward, he was looking to hit vertical, and then he decided to go across the line, and that led to his demise. So no one best approach to batting. However, the goal all the time is to score runs and achieve that outcome.
Hazy, I'm really interested to see your take on that. Is it, important to have two different technical batters who have a partnership together?
Yes, it is. I mean, I think it's nice if you can dovetail off each other, and I think that's quite nice. And the one thing that I get very annoyed about Gurbaz, because I think he's enormously talented, but he so often throws his wicket away, and it just seems to me that he's such a good player. He could play catch-up if he just settles down a fraction. He's naturally aggressive, he's impetuous, and Nissanka's just totally controlled. I mean, I just love the way he plays and the fact that he's got more time. But I think that it's a really nice combination, those two guys, because they're both very, very different. But yeah, it is important, I think, and it works very nicely. Do
you think Nissanka sort of eases Gurbaz's mind and play a little bit, watching him down the end?
Well, I was going to say what I didn't talk about is the mindset that followed that sort of technical approach. You can tell that Patun Nissanka is very calm, very assured, very confident with his ability to score at a rapid rate, whereas you can sense that Gurbaz was a little more anxious. He's trying to force the issue, not comfortable with probably where he's at in terms of his form. So it gives you a little bit of an idea of the mindset of the batter. The other thing too is when you look at those two players, you can customize your game while your innings is unfolding. I saw recently and heard recently when the West Indies played against Australia in that test series in the Caribbean, Steve Smith talking about using a different grip throughout the course of his innings if he's batting a particular type of bowler. So there's nothing that limits you as a batter to changing your approach, getting a little more premeditated in your approach, staying still, using a different grip to a particular bowler, and that's the beauty about this game. That's why batting is an art, and it's an art you must enjoy.
Absolutely, and we certainly did the other night. Now, who else, Hazy, are we really looking to shine tonight?
I want senior players to shine for the Warriors. It's time for the senior players to come to the fore. They got to make sure they get the job done, because the Warriors have really been struggling. They haven't performed well. The first game now out of Sharjah, didn't play well at Sharjah. So the Warriors need to really make sure they get things right and play really well. The Warriors have got Kushal Mendes in their lineup tonight, which is a plus, I think. He's a wonderful cricketer and a wonderful batsman. He's been in good form of late. Dinesh Karthik has picked up a bit of an injury, and he's more of a composed player and a very polished keeper. But I think Mendes will boost their batting. So I think the Warriors are probably winning with the fact that there's no Nissanka, and they've got Mendes in the lineup as a batsman, so they've got a double win.
Taking a win where they can. Well, there is so much more to come. It's the Giants taking on the Warriors. We cannot wait to see who will open. Will it be the Warriors who open their account, or will the Golf Giants add another win to their end. Let's have a break and we'll be back very soon. Everyone, welcome back. Now, news is the Giants have won the toss and they're going to have a bowl first. Let's take a look at the teams for this evening. Mark Hazeman, you're going to run us through the Warriors side.
Yeah, just that one change, of course. We've got, obviously, Kushal Mendelsohn coming at number 3, so he's going to bolster the batting. They need Kohler Cadmore and Johnson Charles to perform like they did in Season 3. That's going to be important. Tim David, of course, we think this might be his last game. He's got to go to the Bash. Haven't got confirmation on that. Sikandar Raza has been very good. Rashid has been very good with the ball. He bowled brilliantly in Sharjah as well. Tiksana as well. But I think Tim Southey would like to lift a bit. And also Siddiqui, who's a fine performer. We'd like to see him get up and perform too.
All right, Darren, you're going to head through the Giant side.
Well, this is a bowling 11 and they'll want to get back to winning ways. Just one change in there. Of course, no Patan Nasanka, so they will have to make sure that they cater for him. Liam Dawson, left arm spin. Ayan Afzal Khan, also another spinner in that side. And they've got the scene of Razak, Adair and Tushara to help bolster that bowling lineup. And they'll expect Tom Moores and James Vint to produce with the bat, so too Moeen Ali. And Omar Zai, with his all-round skill, will be critical in all departments.
Alrighty, well, the Warriors, they've lost their first 2 games, but they've got fresh meat in their side. Mendez is coming in today. Hazy, how important is he as an addition in the side?
He'll be very important. He's someone who's pretty relaxed and pretty controlled. He's just come in now, so he's obviously going to keep also. But he's a very good player, and he's been in really good form of late, and that's important for them. And he will take that responsibility of coming into that side and making a bit of a difference as something that he can actually make a difference doing, and to really boost this whole setup and get a bit of buzz going in that change room. So it's a nice big positive move for them.
Why is he so special in this side, and why is he going to be an important asset?
Well, I think it's his batting ability. If you look at that last game that the Warriors played, they had to score 35 runs in 30 balls against My Emirates, and they failed to achieve it. They lost by 4 runs. So he will bolster that batting lineup. Experience helps when you're in pressure situations. So I feel he'll bring a nice equilibrium to this side. His skills behind the stumps too will be important. So experience will always bring a calming effect, and hopefully they can push hard and secure a first win this season, because you don't want to be losing 3 on the trot and then trying to get ahead of the 8 ball.
The one thing about the Giants, they've been brilliant in the power play. They picked up 6. They picked up quite a few wickets, but they've only gone at 6.3 per over. They've been the best in the power play, and power plays are really important here.
Radio, time for predictions. Who's it going to be, boys?
I'll go golf.
Okay.
I've thought long and hard about this. I've thought about the Warriors a lot, and I'm going Giants.
You've thought about them, but it's not quite enough. I love that, just straight to the point. Alrighty, well, we are going to head to live play in just a second. It's the DP World ILT20. The Warriors are up against the Giants. We can't wait to see who's going to take it out tonight. We think maybe it'll be the Warriors, it'll be the Giants, but we cannot wait to see.